So it's incredibly tight at both ends of the championship table, as it so often is at this stage of the season. Coventry looking good to win the league now. Got the 9-point lead over second. No doubt to go on and win the league. It's just a matter of time now. Incredible season for them. Looking forward to seeing them in the Premier League actually next season. Now, in terms of second place though, it's between 4 teams. Could go any way between those 4. 2 of them end up in the playoffs. One of them will go up in second place between Ipswich, Millwall, Middlesbrough. Big draw between Ipswich and Millwall last weekend, going into this international break. Nothing to really separate them. It really is. Every time it looks like one of them's just sort of taken over and just starting to be the favourite, get the run together, something happens and there's a twist again. But honestly, between those 3, no idea what's going to happen. It could be any one of them could end in second, and 2 of them in the playoffs. So one of them won't go up, which is it shows how strong this division is. You've got Hull in 5th. Now Hull started the season very well, seeing as they've had like a lot of financial trouble though, a sort of transfer embargo that was put on them as well. They've been very impressive actually this season. Been very impressed by them with how they set up, how they've navigated this season, the position they find themselves in, and massively proved people wrong actually. To be in 5th place at this stage, form was starting to drop off a bit recently, but every time people seem to think they're one of those teams, every time people think they're falling away, they get a good result again, get a good run together. And I at this stage, I'm actually fairly confident they'll hang on to the playoff place. Now, between Southampton and Wrexham, only separated by goal difference, 6th and 7th. Well, now what's interesting is Southampton, its form's been incredible since the managerial change. Wrexham, very good away from home. At home, they seem to have a bit of an issue though. Between those 2, Wrexham were in a strong position for a while, but Southampton have really come back. They were 6 points behind. They now find themselves above them. So it really is a massive turnaround from Southampton. Wrexham could, in theory, do a quadruple promotion, which is just something completely unprecedented. Is it a season too early? Maybe, but the playoff finish very much looks like a possibility at this stage. It's still very much within reach. Derby only 3 behind as well. Very much looks in reach for them as well. Norwich have had a massive upturn in form. They're in 10th. You've got Watford in 9th. Can't completely count them 2 out of it, but at this stage is very much looking like 8th upwards, sort of 5th is where the playoff place is for this playoff fight is for this season at least. At the moment, I am thinking Southampton. I do fancy them to push on and at least get 6th place. And if they do end in the season in 6th, Southampton, something that doesn't quite happen often is the playoff winner finishing out the 4 teams is usually not the 6th place team. You quite often see it, the 3rd place team, the team's just missed out, quite often kicks on and wins it, or if they don't show up, 4th and 5th do quite often win it. But 6th place doesn't seem to happen that often in the Championship at least. The last team to do it was in 2009-2010 season, Blackpool. A long time ago, so 16 seasons ago was the last time someone finished 6th and won the playoffs. I think Southampton finished 6th this season. The form they're on, I think they'll be a very strong contender to do that for sure. It's only happened a handful of times since it's been in this format. Watford did it, Palace did it, Charlton did it, but again many years ago at this point now. So that would be something quite interesting if that does happen this season. They've got to get there first though, and between them, Wrexham and even Derby, who are low, the least likely of the 3 or 4 in terms of those positions, definitely can't count them out of it. The amount of improvement they've shown this season has been impressive. So they're definitely a team on the rise as well, I think, for sure. And now down at the bottom, Sheffield Wednesday on negative points, obviously already gone. Probably do a whole separate video about them to be honest at some point. So Oxford 23rd, Leicester 22nd, then you've got Portsmouth 21st, and Blackburn and West Brom just above it. So Oxford had a really good run a little while ago. Those 3 wins looked like they might, just when they looked dead and buried, they were 6 or 7 points from safety, but they got that win against Leicester and then 6-pointer. Things really picked up then, and they got that, and they was able to sort of make a bit of a comeback. When they looked dead and buried, it was beginning to look like they were gone as well with Sheffield Wednesday, and it was just between the teams for 22nd, but they've got themselves right back in it. But then they've had those couple, they've had 2 games without a win now, and it's sort of gotten back into a position where it looks like they could still be in some trouble. But definitely not out of it. They've kept themselves in with a chance. You've got Leicester, I really worry for not winning games, not picking up points. They got that one good result, surprise result against Middlesbrough, but other than that, they've been shocking this particularly the second half of the season. The points deduction has not helped. Really worried for them. I think it will go right down to the wire whether they survive or not. But the form of some of those teams has been so poor. One win, one big win in a 6-point that could be enough to do it for any of them. Portsmouth could have been safe. Started the season well, shown a lot of actually some good performances, and actually looked like we're going somewhere. But they really have sort of sleepwalked into a relegation battle, into a position where now the form they've been on recently has been so poor. They've not killed games off when they've had the chance to, thrown away leads. You know, it's been concerning second half of the season. The form they're on, they're getting themselves down into a really dangerous position. Portsmouth, worst form, some of the worst form out of the lot, and look like they could then still end up going, which they will be kicking themselves because they could be in a position where they're safe. To be honest, teams like Charlton pull clear. That them and down is below Charlton is really where this side's got Blackburn as well, who I was really worried for. I was thinking they could go this season, but they seem to be quite experienced in this position, and they also seem to have had a couple of big results recently. You've got West Brom, who looked dead and buried, to be honest. They were playing as bad as Leicester. There's a lot of similarities between them and Leicester. But 2 big wins back to back before the international break might just be enough to keep them out of it. I think West Brom might just be alright now with that. Then between Leicester, Oxford, Blackburn, Portsmouth, honestly could be any one of them going down. So Championship incredibly tight at both ends of the table. I will be doing more predictions for it coming up soon.